Hello everyone, this is Lizette, Butterfly 2017. Just coming back at you. Haven't had a lot of updates. And of course, now that I'm coming on, I have a lot to talk about. So, start with my stats. My highest weight is 232. Current weight, my last appointment was 225. I do have my surgery date of August 3rd, so I'm 10 days pre-op. So it's counting down quick. It's crazy that tomorrow we'll be down to single digits countdown, so getting more excited and nervous at the same time. If I look over, it's because I have some notes taken just so I can kind of stay on focus on what I want to talk about. First thing I want to talk about is the binging and trigger foods. Since the journey started, I've been pretty set, pretty consistent, looking at what I'm eating, starting some pre-liquid kind of modifications with protein, with espresso, doing like a doppio and adding my protein and things like that. Recently found Halo Top and thought, oh, this is a great thing. And I went ahead and tried it. Couldn't believe, for that many calories, it was such a good taste and giving you that sweet treat without all the calories and basically messing up your whole day. Figured out that's a trigger food for me. I went from trying it to then wanting, instead of just half the pint, just more of it, and then wanting it daily versus as a treat. So I did, it did also get me to look at it and kind of have that sweet tooth or that snacking urge that I hadn't had. I was very focused on my journey. So I definitely stayed away from that. It took me a while to figure out what triggered the binge, what triggered me to fall off, basically, so that I could try and avoid it, and finally was able to figure it out with a lot of thinking. Another thing I'm working on is I'm a little bit of a struggle with weighing in. I'm catching myself weighing myself every day and getting discouraged. I stayed at the same weight for a while because the doctor, I couldn't go under the BMI so that I would qualify. And now that I'm approved and able to lose weight, I'm finding I'm not losing. So I went down to 228, and then my doctor's appointment, I kept fluctuating 225, 228, back and forth, a little stressed. I did have my pre-op with my surgeon this past Friday and weighed in 225, so there was a loss, but I was really stressing that it was going to be a gain, and how was my surgeon going to view that, etc. I did make it to my surgeon pre-op that was on Friday. Also, my primary care physician pre-op was Friday with my EKG, and then sent me for my chest x-ray. So up through now, the last things I have is tomorrow morning I do have blood work for the week before of surgery. That's a requirement. And then I have my consent appointment on the 1st. So it's going by pretty quickly. Another thing is, a lot of people talk about body dysmorphia. I think I have the opposite. I have had some people that I've looked at that have talked about it. Some people talk about how they look in the mirror and they see someone big versus someone thin as they are now, or slim. I think I have the opposite because I don't see that until I see myself in video or I see myself in pictures. And it's something that I've dealt with, and I look back at pictures now and I think, how is it I thought I was big there when I look at the picture and it's not what, nowhere near being large or unhappy. So that's another thing I'm dealing with. I'm also looking for, been able to connect with Instagram and YouTube with other people, just trying to find people around the same surgery date to kind of connect with and use that as support. One thing that is a struggle for me is being consistent or falling off, and the fact of having the support group and community to me is a huge help. Keeps me accountable, and I'm just the type of person that needs that. And so that's something that I look forward to continue to building those relationships. I did have recently, my daughter had complications with her tonsil surgery, and was in the hospital for 4 days. She just got released yesterday. I was very proud of myself in that one of the days that I actually left the hospital to go grab food, I'm so the person that would have been, it's quick, it's easy, I would have grabbed, let's go drive through, grab a burger, fries, and a Coke, because I don't have time. And I would have resulted to that, and I would have had every excuse in the book to justify it. And kind of had an inner fight the whole way there, and ended up stopping at Pollo Loco and getting some chicken, some pinto beans, and a side salad. So that was a huge victory for me. I have the excuses, and that's what's caused me to be where I am today. So to me, that was huge. Even there, when I would get food from the cafe downstairs in the hospital, it's not the best food for sure. And I would get the oatmeal, which to me was huge. They had bagels, they had all kinds of things, and being able to make those small choices, I think, is huge. So I'm very proud of that. Last thing I think I have is I am super excited that I do have my happy planner, have it all set up. I'm also using the Veritastic app, I think that's what it's called, and I think that's huge, but I also want to be able to journal and keep track, and just keep the history of myself and showing how far I've come. I think that is going to be huge, especially to be consistent and stay on my journey. I think that is all I have right now. The other thing I could say is I probably will be doing, I've been wanting to do a video of all the stuff I've kind of collected through this pre-op preparing process, like little bowls and little spoons and forks and proteins and just different things for the liquid diet. And I kind of want to do a video and share that, and then probably my pre-op bag or my hospital bag. One thing I do want to mention, so my doctor did not put me on a liquid diet, and I kind of feel like I have to, or I need to do one. So I'm a little struggling on when to start. I've kind of set myself to maybe start Thursday and do like a week. It's a little bit of a struggle because it's kind of hard. I know what I'm supposed to do. I've seen read all the things, but just putting it in a plan and actually doing it, I think, is a little bit of a struggle, or overwhelming, I guess. But you know, I'm either gonna do 7 days or 3 days. I just want to be able to do something to get me consistent, and then also help me within that last time frame for shrinking the liver and things like that. So getting myself on my way. So I think that's all I have for now. I apologize I haven't been on here. I didn't really have a lot of updates, and then with the things I was going through with my daughter and her hospital stay, it just kind of complicated things. But if you like this video, hit like. Please also subscribe, and follow me on my journey, and also leave a comment so that I can follow you, or if you have any questions, or if you have any comments that are helpful. I always enjoy reading comments and helpful hints that maybe something that has helped you, or something that's a to do or don't do that's helped you on your journey. Or if your surgery is coming up, it's close to mine, let me know, and then I can follow you also on your journey and kind of support each other. All right, talk to you soon. Have a great Monday. Thank you. Bye-bye.